I'm going to play a video for you guys.
Oh boy.
Visual media.
Victory. Let's
There
go.
he is.
It's the face of God.
Quick reminder of how long rests work. During a long rest, you can do a player character or non-player character interaction. If two player characters interact, it only uses the interaction of one of them. If you speak to an NPC after using your interaction, you can still have a conversation, but it will not grant you any unique bonuses. You can do research. Research is best done when you feel caught up on your interactions. There are two ways to do research. If you do general research, you uncover abilities your class would not normally have access to. If you do targeted research, you can choose an ability you already have and see if you can improve it. The third thing you can do is craft an item. There are two ways to craft an item. You can use this long rest to craft an item, and by the end of the rest, your item will be ready. Or you can still craft an item starting at the end of the long rest, and it will be ready by the beginning of the next long rest. This will not consume your current long rest. You can theoretically craft two items this way. Ones and zeros. Because Pliny can multitask as an AI, doing your interactions with Pliny will also enable you to perform a research at the same time. He can also perform a research at the same time.
Okay.
So if I'm getting this, everyone needs to interact with Pliny first, and then
I'm gonna get stumped.
hold
No.
I mean, he can still only do one, based on
Research.
Yeah. So basically, he'll get to decide who he gets to work on research.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna be honest. I might work with.
Alvin, let me ask you a
Anor.
question.
Go ahead.
So you can interact with somebody and research something, or is it one or the other?
You can interact with somebody, or you can research something.
Okay.
You
But I
can,
can do-
Unless you
can
do it with
research
Pliny,
and
in
interact.
which case you can do both.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or but then you also said you can still research if you do it at the end of the long rest to get it to the next one.
But understand that you each get to declare a research or an interaction, right?
Yeah.
So,
okay.
like, for instance, if Pliny declares, I'm going to interact with person X, then anyone else can still say, I'm going to interact with Pliny, and you still can, and you can still perform a research. That's how ones and zeros works.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So that's what I was saying. Everyone should go talk to Pliny, right?
We'll see.
Yeah, you guys are going to figure that out. All right. Let me read this for you guys really quick.
What's up, Albert?
Okay. As your opponents end their pursuit and return to the surface of Rosa Charlie, you have your first break from the fighting, but not a break from the action, as the dimly lit Hope drifts into space, preparing to make its first slip space jump with its new crew. You consider your options. The war chief, Tacitus, has a holy relic, known as the Author, and is most likely studying it back on Rosa Charlie, unlocking its secrets. After he gets the moon under control, at least. Pliny escaped Rosa Charlie with the knowledge that there is a second facility, and he knows where it is. While this facility will undoubtedly hold more clues, its existence and coordinates were not deleted from the black site on Rosa Charlie. But at least for now, you have a head start. But why should you care anyway? You have your own goals. Zazgulag may be gone, but you're still on a pirate ship, right? These are criminals, wastrels, cultureless scavengers, and kidnappers. It's time to find out if you are captain, crew, or guests on this ship.
All right, time to T-pose to assert dominance.
we gotta roll deep, gang. We gotta get up there together.
Hey, I've got pretty good intimidation.
I have good.
Persuasion.
Yeah, +4 persuasion.
But after hours of exploring, digging, fighting, and running, you haven't the strength to fight anymore. Chips and Seppo are ushered with a real level of respect and almost hospitality to their own quarters on the ship, where they go to sleep. Anar, treated like a piece of heavy loading equipment, is stored in the
Excellent.
cargo bay, where he goes into meditation. Pliny enters into hibernation on a podium on the bridge. Both Anar and Pliny are aware while they rest, and neither of you detect any foul play. You wake up to the smell of something cooking. And
Pancakes!
each of you levels up.
Cool.
Oh, Paul.
We need to group up, gang. Though. We need to discuss what we want to do as our next move, and then take that to the shipmasters and see how they're feeling. Get over here, Gomez. Pliny, get over here. All right, gang.
Oh, hello.
So based on what we watched, based on what we know, what do we want to do here?
I
We
want to
can-
check to see how what their situation is on terms of armor and crafting. I desperately need
but
something
for,
more.
For long
Well, you
term,
said you could get pants for free,
Yeah.
so you don't have to worry about that.
but I'm talking long term goals. Do we want to go back and explore the other facility, or do we want to go off and do our own personal goals?
The other facility is not on Rosa Charlie, by the way. It's on another moon.
So-
Presumably this is like the main path
And,
for
That-
the story.
Yeah. So going to the next facility to attempt to find out more about the author would be your main path.
Nope.
But you guys
And then-
have your own goals, and
No.
I'm
and then
ready.
if we went,
I'm
It was
ready to
very
work with
gamer
you.
of me to think we should do the side quest first.
What's up, Corey?
let me see something real quick.
I played Mass Effect. You have to do your loyalty quest so you can, they'll
Loyalty,
survive.
loyalty. But I do want to go.
Yeah, so
get-
the
I do
entire
wanna go-
squad doesn't die.
Can I do a history check to see if history check on the where we're going, where we're supposed to go? I guess.
Sure. Go ahead. Roll a history check.
Normal, please. Okay, thank God.
So, you roll a 17, and you
19.
collaborate. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
19.
I'm sorry. I should have this thing open instead. So you roll a 19, and you collaborate with Pliny, and you guys can determine that as far as human records go, that this is an uncharted moon. You don't know where this moon is, and you don't know anything about it.
Human records in terms of insurrection records or UNSC records.
I mean, you have one, and Pliny has the other, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, like, between the two of you, you can establish that you don't know anything about this moon other than it's got like an arbitrary moon number that was probably assigned by a computer. Like it
You
may
probably
have-
would have the public USC database.
Pliny knows the location, but we don't really know much else about it.
right.
So, on one hand, there's a part of me that really needs to go here. I bet. Actually, let me look at my bio. But basically, like, hey, we need to.
I mean, that's what we're talking about here. What do we want to
Yeah.
do?
On the other
We
hand,
want to
I rage for freedom. So,
because
Are you not
we're
free?
gonna we need to figure out what we want to do, and then we'll go talk to the ship mistress about how we are being received on this ship and whether or not we'll take it from there.
Okay.
So what are you guys thinking? Because
What does
I'm assuming
okay,
we all have our personal goals.
what does a free Pliny want to do?
I want to go out and explore the universe because I've been like the beginning of my life. I've just been stuck in a single.
Okay,
room.
well that's a super long-term
Alright, so
life goal. So
We could do that with literally any path.
Yeah.
Is there something specific Pliny
Okay.
wants to go do right now?
Well, let's instead of going straight there and not know what we're getting into, let's go get info. Let's go get info on this place.
From where?
I don't know.
Okay, well that's not very helpful.
So Pliny's for going
Oh,
to.
you know
the
what? Do you know who? Oh, you know who would know? Fucking Margie. Margie probably knows.
Okay,
Okay,
but that's what we're trying to figure out because we can do one
so
or the other.
let me ask you one question very directly. Do you want to go to the secondary facility, or do you want to go pursue a different objective?
Different objective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chips, how do you feel on the matter?
reason I rolled our history check was to see if I could possibly get more insight on where my missing fire team's at.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 people on the ship that might have answers. But yeah, your answers are not going to be in rolls. You need to be talking.
Choose
to
one
people.
or the other. Yeah, you choose
Okay.
either
So,
information
do you want to
or.
pursue? Yeah. Do you want to pursue your personal goals, or do you want to go to the second facility? They might
No.
coincide, but these are the 2 choices we have right now.
Pursuing my personal goals.
Okay.
Considering what's let me finish. Considering
Yeah,
what's
go
going on,
ahead.
pursuing my personal goals might give us reinforcements, or should give us
Uh-huh.
reinforcements for the upcoming fight.
Okay.
So instead of a squad of 4, we'd have a squad of 4 and a squad of 3.
Okay.
But with knowing what's going on, I'm more of looking for armor to get loaded up to be prepared.
Okay.
So I'm fine. I'm for going to the moon.
Okay. Anna, how do you feel about the situation?
I'll have to agree on the personal goals front, but
Okay.
yeah, trying to find my whole Braun brother thing, because who wouldn't want a second
Yeah.
hunter? But I'm also not opposed to into getting like just more equipment, because I know if wherever I'm going to find my Braun brother, we're gonna need a better ship than a Spirit with a full space drive.
That's true.
Okay. So side quest.
Side quest.
Yeah, side quest.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very concerned about what the big bad brute guy, whose name escapes me at the moment, said about the
Tacitus.
whole. Yeah, Tacitus said about the whole.
Tartar sauce.
You
No,
know,
that's a different guy.
you know, prophets ordering the execution of the
Assassin's
elites and that
Press.
kind of thing. I'm concerned about it with a lot of what he said about the state of the covenant at the moment.
Yeah.
Can I?
And adding on to that, I think we should try to gather allies before
So I
Just-
think
Did,
this starts getting out of hand.
You know what? Did the I'm just gonna metagame really quick. Did the Covenant send out like a general notification to the brutes to start doing that?
we don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure it was a secret message. Like if they just went and fucking, open broadcast.
Yeah, it's like, hey everybody, your boy the High Prophet's here.
I think like it probably was Truth who just told Tartarus like, hey, we're gonna do this whole killing the elites thing. Tartarus like, okay, and then told his people. So yeah, the elites
Okay.
never found out about it, but it's probably through Tartarus.
No, they were starting to get shot
Okay.
at.
Okay.
But anyway, so we agree we should probably go do some sort of side quest before we go to the second moon.
Yes.
Is
So
that
now
an
we have to
agreement?
agree on whatever side quest.
Okay.
Well,
Let's.
at that
I,
we can. I
Well,
think
what's-
I think
what
we need
is-
to talk to ship now.
What do
I think we should talk to Margie to try to get more information about.
what do
the-
you want to do? Freaking, I can't. What's your
What's
guy's
up,
name?
Corey?
What's your name? Seppa. What does Seppa want to do?
What do I want to? I want to get in contact with the Covenant and figure out the state of the army because Tacitus said the prophets are ordering the execution of the elites.
Okay.
Or the Sangili. So I'm concerned about the state of the Covenant. So we can do that, at some point. Okay, so you want to go talk to Marjorie, whatever her name is.
Yeah, Margie.
All right, go talk to her.
All right.
I'm not going there. Well, you can.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna insist that Chips comes.
Okay, I'll join, but I'm not. It's not my action, I guess.
No, I mean, again, we can talk to NPCs, but this isn't an interaction.
Yeah, choosing to interact with your NPC or with an NPC will have a permanent effect on you. Talking to the NPC is just going to give you information. Might have, I mean, a different kind of permanent effect. You guys are going to forget everything anyway.
100%.
Oh, it'll be on YouTube. We can go back.
Yeah, I'll just rewatch it after.
Yeah.
So the DM's for the recap.
That's right.
dude.
That's my job. Lucky me. So much fun.
Yeah, all right.
So you're just going to stare awkwardly at her, or...
As we're walking over, can I do like a health scan on Chips to see how what his condition is?
Yes, absolutely.
Would that be a monitor scan or just a deep scan?
Deep scan. As deep
Alright.
as you want it.
Oh, please no.
I mean,
Buttocks can't handle it.
unless Corey's gonna resist you, I'm assuming
This has been a toasty episode.
True, a lot of Should have been getting molested.
Look, it happened by chance, and then I was like, I want this to happen.
The battlefield makes, lovers out of everyone.
Because I got a personal interest on seeing how his vitals are.
Okay. So you do a deep scan on Chips, you scan his vitals and compare it with your database, and you find out that he has a chronic condition called muscular dystrophy.
Oh no!
Oh, that's not great.
Damn it! I thought I got that. All right.
Well, why don't you give me, after your deep scan and getting that information, why don't you give me an investigation check?
All right. 19.
Nice.
So, with a 19, you can tell, you don't know the reason why, but his muscular dystrophy is in remission. And you suspect that it was probably something to do with his genetic augmentation done by the Separatists.
Nice. I did a good job.
You convey that information, or
yeah,
you
have
No,
this
I keep
information
this.
to
I keep
yourself.
this to myself. I keep that shit to myself.
Chorus, no idea he has muscular dystrophy.
No, Chips is aware that I have muscular dystrophy.
He
I
just
don't
doesn't
know
know
what's-
he's in remission
I see.
because
I
of
don't
the,
know I'm in remission.
because of the things I shoved in him.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna go. We're gonna go up to Margie. And it's like, hey Margie, what's up,
Oh, yeah.
Holmes? What's going on?
So,
Well, real quick, like just to give them a heads up on that. Part of my thing is I was diagnosed for it, but I was taking meds by pill to keep it at bay, type of deal.
yeah, we're gonna pretend that you're in the same room having this conversation instead of shouting across the entire ship.
really loudly. A lot of machinery in the engine.
So yeah.
Okay.
Margie, walk up to Margie. Go. What's up, What's up, Hefe? What's going on?
Just stop.
You're not Hispanic.
So
I'm trying to be cool.
his name is
You're
Gomez.
doing bad.
His name is Pliny.
Yeah, did you say
I don't
he's
know
a
Greek.
Russian astronaut or something?
No, Pliny's
Cosmonaut, yeah.
No, it's Greek.
Anyway, none of that matters. As you come into the med bay, you can tell that Margie has been using the laboratory equipment to try and make a sort of makeshift kitchen, and she's scrounged up some human and Covenant rations, and that's what I was rolling for earlier. And so, Chips, you can't tell anything by looking at the Covenant rations. You're not sure, but you can tell that she's made a pretty passable French toast.
Nice.
Nice.
And
Some French toast.
she put something that might pass for a plate with food on it in front of you.
I sit down and eat
Okay.
while listening to the monitor do whatever it's doing,
Yeah. So
or while listening to Plenty do whatever it's doing.
Yeah,
Still unsure.
she turns away from you and addresses
Stop,
the
bruh.
addresses the monitor, and she says, "How are you feeling, Pliny?"
Well, it's really good to not be in a monitor. Well, in a
On
TV monitor.
Aruba.
Not an Aruba. It's pretty good. The first month wasn't great, but you know what? The second month of life is really looking pretty good so far.
Okay. She seems slightly disinterested by your response, but is otherwise happy to hear what you have to say.
Cool. What do you know about the seconds that is in my file that I told everyone about?
The what now?
The what?
The second site.
There you go.
Oh,
the
the second
I
site.
was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, okay, I gotcha. She explains that this is as much news to her as it is to you. She's excited, obviously, to hear that there is a second site, but she can only guess what it might be about.
Uh,
Obviously, it's probably for genetic research.
yeah.
Probably
can I-
another Forerunner genetic
Can
research facility.
Can I deduce if it was in Dr. Hamburg's notes at all, or no? Like with a history roll, or
What do you
like
what exactly are you
where-
trying to deduce?
basically where I got the information from? Because I kind of just pulled it out of my I just kind of pulled it out of the ether, and I was like, I wonder where that
No,
came
you got
from.
the so when you did the deep scan on the pylon, that's when you got the information.
Oh, okay.
When you scanned the author, that's when you got the information.
I see.
So the same apparatus that was connecting the author was also either contained or relayed this information once you scanned it with the monitor
see.
shell.
Yeah, I see. Okay. So Margie, I'm gonna level with you. I don't want to go there.
You don't want to go to this. You're telling her that you don't want to go to this facility.
I don't want to go to this facility. I want to be free and explore the universe.
She says, well, she looks at you and she's giving you her full attention now, and she says, why don't you consider looking into the circumstances of which you were made a little bit.
Sounds like a threat to me.
It's not a
what?
threat. It's that normally when an AI is made, it's a copy of a personality, which Pliny is, but there are some things about the way that happened that it's up to Pliny to share. But anyway, she's recommending, or she says her advice to you is perhaps you explore that avenue to find out more about yourself.
Well, I hope I do better than everyone else so far I've met. So that's
What do you mean?
No, I mean no. I'm just talking about like my backstory. Just how I hope I do better than the people I knew back at the facility.
Okay, but you're not sharing very much. Like, are you intending to share this information with the party of people who are listening, or are you just talking to yourself?
I'm basically just having a conversation with Margie. Basically, it's like
Okay,
about
yeah.
this because we're both in on it.
Yeah.
So
She shrugs and she says, yeah, it's a shame that so much separatist brass, were cheaters and liars. But at least Dr. Wimbledon never got wrapped up in any of this.
Yeah. Sucks for Hamburg, though.
As I hear about the separatist brass, I'm like, dirty unis.
Got him.
Okay.
Demo shows out the hallway. Got him.
I'm still stuffing my mouth with this French
Oh
toast.
Lord. Anyways.
Yeah, it sucks because of it sucks for Buntalini and Wayatani. But you know what? You gotta stiff upper lip, as I read in a book once.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
I hear these names, like, do you have any rigatoni?
It's
Oh, that's funnier than you think that is.
Yeah, she said she agrees. She says that it's especially setting up the site, that the way that it was gathering the talent, or the talent that they thought they were gathering, was obviously very risky, and that these were obvious, if not predictable, consequences of that venture.
Yeah. Do you want? I'm just gonna ask Chips. Do you know, like, Chips? You have any questions for your old buddy Pliny? About how a cool AI as myself was created and whatnot. And
If you want to talk about yourself, you can. You don't want to like have other people ask about you.
Yeah.
That's my job.
that's your job.
If you wanna share something-
Like, you can sit down with the person and be like, hey, I want to talk to you about the circumstances of which we met each other, or something like that.
I'm just trying not to use my my
Interaction.
interaction.
I'm
that's
sure
up to
if
you,
are
but
doing something that you were going to, however, we'll say you're going to use your interaction to do this.
yes.
So just talk,
And,
and then if
like
it's gonna
and
be
like you're not close to doing that. Pliny is getting close to doing that, but you get to declare your interaction. So
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna do that then. I'm gonna keep that all bottled in until
Okay.
someone asks me about it. I was like, well, Margie, I was really hoping you knew more about the facility. That's a real shame. And you know what? We're gonna have to keep going. You know,
Yeah.
fortune favors the bold.
she shrugs. She says, "You've seen the same stuff that I have. We only worked in one facility, and we had no reason to think that that another one existed."
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I've only worked there a month, and you worked there for fucking... Let me do a history roll on how long she's worked there.
Yeah, she she worked there for the better half of half a decade. You don't need that. You have these files, especially because your role was crap.
On his ass.
But yeah, no, she worked there. She knew all the people that that your shared colleagues,
Yeah.
and they all had a rapport, and up until sort of the discovery of the moon by the jackals and then subsequently the brutes, everything was going pretty well for this genetics program. And
Yeah.
and as far as excavating the facility, they definitely prioritized on getting this genetics program up and running over exploring the facility. So they basically got down there. They knew exactly that this is something that they needed desperately to continue their insurrectionist agenda, and dumped all their resources into it.
Talking with each other, that's not interaction, correct?
No, just talking.
Yeah, no, you have to declare your interaction, and if for some reason I think you're breaching that, I'll say so. So you can do something until I get the feels and say
So,
that.
Albert brings the band hammer on your
So as I finish the passable French toast and set the plate down, I'm gonna ask Pliny, why was I brought here? Why'd you tell me to come here?
Why are you brought where?
With him, talk.
Yeah, Plenty asked Chips to come back there.
Oh, I get it.
I've gotten French toast, dope, but I don't know why I was brought here.
I don't want to tell him about the scan, so I'm gonna try lying to him.
Okay.
You got to roll deception against me, don't you?
Yeah. You gotta
Yeah.
roll. Well, you're not actively looking for anything. Hold on. You'll have a passive perception somewhere if I can find it on this.
I think it's isn't it? Oh, it's
Persuasion, if you're lying.
No, deception.
Yeah.
Oh, it is deception?
yeah,
Okay.
deception. So yeah, should I just roll deception then?
Yeah, passive perception is at 10, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Well, Corey, what's your
I mean, since we're basing it off of
click on?
intelligence,
Click on your character sheet.
I'm on it.
It's
Average is
Perception's a
10,
wisdom.
and then yeah, but we're not using wisdom.
right.
Yeah.
So intelligence, I guess.
So, what's your intelligence modifier?
It'd be 12, it looks like. It's plus 2.
My
yes,
intelligence, yeah, it's plus 2. Yeah, my intelligence.
So
15.
Gomez has to be a 12.
No.
An 8. He can clearly tell you're lying.
You're stealing
go
like facial features. So
I'm
you
Go
Uh,
ahead. Go
yeah.
ahead. Say what you were gonna
So-
say. He's gonna know it's a lie.
Yeah, because hold on.
Damn it.
Because you have an expressionless face because you're in the monitor shell and you speak with a monotone voice, he will be able to tell that you're lying, but not about what.
I wanted you to get breakfast.
All right,
Okay, you can probably tell what you're lying about.
that's obvious a lie. There's something else going on here.
Well, time to hit the dust trail. I'm gonna float away.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you, Koi, whether or not you want to play that close to the chest, or if you want to let Gomez know that you know that he's lying.
Well, did he just straight up say he's obvious?
I mean, it's
Yeah,
true.
no, he called him out on it, and then
I already called him out, and he
plenty,
left.
Alright,
plenty dip. So,
Alright, well, we should... Nanar, come with me, we're gonna go talk to ship issues.
Okay.
I grunt in affirmative.
I'm also gonna fall. I'm gonna like, hey guys, what's going on? Nothing.
I'm having a second plate of French toast. As the only human on board besides her.
yep.
True. I go up to Shimish, I go, you know, I understand that during the heat of combat, it makes friends out of a lot of people. What is the... Now that we're out of combat,
Are we?
I can't help but to ask what is the situation of our, you know, of us being on this ship.
Yeah, so the ship mistress looks at you directly and says, if she had wanted to, upon moving you to your room, the rooms have drop pods and she could have vented you into space, right? So she speaks frankly to you that in this manner to convey that she means you no harm, right?
Okay.
Obviously, that doesn't account for having an angry hunter in her cargo bay, right? There could have been other complications, but she had a perfect advantage to vent you out into space. She also follows up by saying that you definitely contributed to the saving of her crew on more than one occasion. And regardless of all the sort of fake alliances, the Covenant, the UNSC, none of that matters. All that really matters to her is that she's on this ship and that this ship keeps flying. And so she expresses this with a sincere level of gratitude.
Fair enough. You guys don't have any particular plans in mind, do you?
So her port of call, or her main port of call, down there was where the Pirate King Featherbeard was. They're both. She explains to you that they're both part of a clan called the Aether Drakes, and now that sort of the Aether Drakes have been scattered by this brute attack and probably have been impressed into servitude by the brutes, she's flying solo as far as she knows. She's had no contact, and the last time she saw Featherbeard, he was talking to a brute war chief on the planet. So, and then the fight broke out.
Not a good sign.
Not a great sign. Because if you guys have any plans, I think we've got some ideas. If you guys want to join up with us.
She wants to know your plans first, or what you think your plans are.
We haven't really locked anything specific down, but we've discovered, we have information that might be relevant to the first site that we could explore, but we're also seeking out a number of different personal objectives that might help us in that endeavor.
Okay. So what she says is another moon like Rosa Charlie could obviously serve as another port of call, but she wants to know if there's any risk of the brutes showing up there as well.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah, okay. So she takes this information into consideration, and you can tell that she has a reasonable amount of misgivings going spirit to CAS carrier again with the brutes.
All right, so you wouldn't be opposed to coming with us on our personal missions?
She considers that a significantly safer and possibly more profitable venture.
Excellent. Then I guess we're a team, and I reach my hand out.
Okay, she takes it.
And we shake. Good old-fashioned Covenant handshake.
Yep.
I'm assuming they do that kind of thing.
I'd probably
Alright,
Chip,
boys.
Chip looks down the hall and sees us like that hand hit my ass. I will be cleaning it.
From
Fair enough. Alright, boys.
that makes that
I
cool.
tell the ship mistress I'll let her know where exactly we want to go when we figure that out.
Okay. Do you have
And,
any other questions for the
Yeah,
ship
I have one more
mistress?
question. Do you got any what kind of guns you got on this ship? What's the armory look like?
So obviously she's disappointed, but they had to flee in the middle of their restock, and so it's not completely bare bones in terms of what's on board. But what she does present you with is something that looks a lot like glass blowing tools, tinker's tools, and tattooist tools.
Okay, but she doesn't have any like weapons on board, like small arms.
If she does, she hasn't done anything to indicate it.
Fair enough.
I wish I had I wish I had skin
Alrighty
to get a
then,
tattoo.
boys. That's
I think that's as much
that's
as we
all
can do
hammered
until we
out.
can-
I give the ship mistress a nod and I leave.
All right. Yep, she gives you a
Alright.
nod and turns back to the console.
All right, gentlemen. Now,
Are we pirates?
I'm still eating, so no
We're
no
not.
one's talking to me.
well, let's not throw around the word pirate.
Because
Alright.
I look up the human data bank for pirates and adventure, and it excites me. A lot about
we clearly
Caribbean.
have some
Caribbean.
objectives. Mine being to try to link back up with Covenant forces, preferably Elite forces, Covenant Elite forces, to figure out the situation.
Just remember, Chips isn't in this conversation. He's still
Yeah,
eating.
that's fine. That's fine. We'll fill you in later, Chips. So, but I yelled on the hallway for Chips to cut over here.
All right, I'm coming. I put the fork down. I'm still carrying a French
Oh,
toast piece in my
covered.
mouth.
Covered.
Out, human. Get in here.
clearly covered in
What
syrup.
are those worms doing?
That worm doing?
I explained the situation. We're in a partnership with these jackals, so as long as we don't intend to harm them in any way, they won't intend to harm us. And Shipmistress said she's willing to come with us on our
Hey!
mission.
That's pretty cool.
All right, boys, we got to make a decision. Whose mission are we taking on? Should we go help find Chip's fire team? Should we go try to find Anar's brother? Should we try to link up with Sangili Covenant forces to figure out the situation? Or
I
Chip
think-
or fucking Pliny's nebulous goal of this adventure?
Well,
I think-
I feel like I got the tiebreaker vote, so I vote for the brother thing.
How do you have the
No.
tiebreaker vote? You're
Well, we
you're thinking.
we
Your
can discuss
thing-
this as a group. We don't have to shoot. We don't have to be tied into our own missions yet.
Chips, is this? I guess this is metagaming. Like, your goal is to, will happen with it, whatever we do.
Yeah, with whatever we do. You just said I want to explore. All right.
Yeah.
Well, there's plenty of places to explore.
We're gonna explore for sure.
I'm going to cast my vote to linking up with Sangili forces
Thank you.
because, yeah. No matter where my brother is, I'll feel much better about showing up in like a fucking battle cruiser than
or at least trying to figure out the situation of.
yeah, get information and that may get some kind of support before going to whoever has my brother.
Chips, I object as Chips. Like linking up with
Fair
Sangili forces. That's I pull my sleeve down, showing how many Sangili I've killed.
All right. Well, that's
Then stay on the ship.
not something you want to show, but that's fine, I guess.
No,
Buddy,
it's showing like, hey, we can't do this.
Hey, Chips, listen, I'm gonna level with you. We're kind of outgunned here. Shut up.
You shut up,
we
Eddie.
just-
You're not good at this.
according to Tacitus, or whatever his name is, it's
It is Tassadar.
there's an active hit out on all Singuli forces in the Covenant. So we really don't know the situation of the Covenant. That being said, I understand your concerns. I also take off a piece of armor and show a number of tattoos of how many humans I've killed.
Do you have tattoos?
I got little ticks in my skin.
I
Like,
will
is that
I
in
will
your
extend
biography?
extend my sympathies as a hunter, understanding camaraderie through battle, and
So we'll,
my intention to assist you in finding your lost brothers as well.
I'm not opposed to trying to find your fire team, but I don't know how well they're gonna handle you. rolling over
I
100
just believe we should be properly equipped before we go where we're
the
more
second
sure of
one.
hostiles.
That's fair enough.
I agree with that, but from
I
what
guess
I'm hearing,
I'm
is,
gonna probe you a little bit. Ask you, do you have any idea where your fire team might be?
the only way I might know is I'd have to talk to the doctor. we were ambushed by an insurrectionist, and that's the last I remember them. And then I woke up in a research facility.
Okay. Oh, again, I'm not opposed to going to find your fire team if that's what you guys want to do. Anar, thoughts?
Yeah,
nay?
I'm not against it either. So if that's like the group decision, that's fine. I'm just
Okay.
leaning towards the Sanctuary forces.
All right. Well, it sounds
Well,
to
it
me
might
like
be-
we've decided.
It'll probably be easier to find a bunch of
All right.
OSTs.
So that'll be our long term. That'll be our mission as of now. Try to...
Okay, that's fine. Let's.
Okay.
I'll declare my interaction, because that's what we're gonna need.
Okay.
Alright.
So go ahead and ask your question.
Where's my missing fire team? Why would I wake up alone and naked?
Sure. And so, like, back at the facility, it's true that Margie looked at you like a piece of meat, especially because you were such a fine piece of meat at the time.
Getting steamy in here.
But now she looks at you more like a real person. And she says, obviously, they were trying to replicate a super soldier program similar to something that she had exposure to while working for the UNSC. And you were in
Well, I'm aware of the super soldier program because
right.
of
Let me finish
experience on
though,
Reach.
really
Okay.
quick. So the genetics augmentation on you wasn't finished yet. And you're in something called the priming period of the procedure. And because of this method, she's following a method that she learned, again, working with the UNSC. And the priming period would be followed up by the conditioning period. And so while you were getting basically prepared and having your genetics treatment done, they were also getting ready to condition you to fight for the insurrectionists, but they never reached that period. So basically, no brainwashing took place. You're still basically the guy you were as you walked in, but you have the benefits of this genetic augmentation procedure, and because you're using your interaction with her, she is going, or she at least offers, to continue your genetics interaction, your genetic procedure, which is going to increase your lowest stat by 1, not including wisdom.
Okay. I guess we'll continue, but that doesn't tell me. That tells me why I was there. I guess it doesn't bring us to our mission though.
Okay. So 1 second. Your lowest stat is Constitution. It is now 15.
Nice. You got
Cool.
more health.
Yeah. By what? 1, right?
No, actually, you might not get any benefits yet. It's every modifier.
Every
So
2.
Constitution, yeah, every 2. So Constitution does affect your overall health pool, but that'll be done automatically, so you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and ask your next question.
Where's my missing fire team? We were jumped by you innies.
Right.
And the last I saw of them, I was being dragged away the last time I saw them.
Using the I word.
Yeah, she gets she gets it, but she says she indicates to Anar and Seppo, and she says that she never cared nor asked where the test subjects came from. And so, you know, she can tell that you would be disappointed by this information. But she also points over Seppo's shoulder and says Pliny would have access to those records if any of the records survived.
I grabbed the ball. Give me the records.
Give me the record, you son of a bitch!
What's in the records? Where are the records?
Red light if you don't put fuck down. And I start going red.
Damn, really? You go
You're gonna step up like that?
Anyways, where are the records?
Scanning.
This is the Windows Vista motherfucker.
A few minutes later.
So in the dossier for Zepho Beeltut, there are 3 pieces of useful information that you can glean. Chips.
Okay. Asset, information, Pico. This is block corrupted.
So there are 3 pieces of information. There are the words asset, informant, and a location called Biko.
Okay, that's all coming. Hold on. Okay.
Is Seppo trying to chime in?
Well, to me, it sounds like.
Sounds like there's some you had a traitor.
Yeah, it sounds like your friend here was an informant for your not so friends here.
Yeah, man, I know.
But we have a location, so we know where he is. At least where he
Asset.
was supposed to be.
It was what asset
Informant and Bico. Hey, man.
and Bico
I know
informant.
it's like-
Location,
Alright.
Bico.
You're okay.
Why don't you guys who are interested in the location Biko give me a history check?
Oh, that's all I know right now.
Yikes!
Zeppo has never heard of
the place.
Biko.
You're
I
welcome.
nod my head, but I have no idea where this
I
place is.
saved you all.
Okay, so
Like plenty roll. You were getting. You don't know information.
I mean, but he might know
He-
something about the place.
yeah, he can look up, for instance, he can look up the location Biko, right?
Okay.
Because that's just the information that's in the dossier, right?
Yeah.
So of course,
No hyperlinks in here. So I gotta go Google.
To open up whatever Google is in 2552.
so of course, yeah, Seppo doesn't know anything about what Biko is. Sounds like a human place, right? Human place, human problem, right?
Gotta target the glass.
Pliny, on the other hand, knows that Biko is a human colony, and that colony is the location of the. Let me read the. Okay, the Terraforming School of Durban University is located there.
Urban.
So that's what Pliny knows about Biko. And of course Anar, being an incredible historian in terms of human planets.
It's really weird.
I'm
confused.
He seems to recall that a place that the humans called Biko got glassed by the Covenant, but there were some engagements on the moons, and there's no record of the moons themselves ever being glassed. So it's possible that those moons were either left undestroyed, uncleared, or may even still be inhabited. So just to break that down again, you have a terraforming school that's located there on Biko, though the terraforming school has been destroyed at this point, and that the planet has 3 moons, and that the moons may still be inhabited.
What year did you say for the supposed glassing was?
Let me check to be extra sure. It happened in 26.
25. Okay.
I'm like 2022 is a little too early. 300 years. Before
Yeah,
that.
sorry about that.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, it happened over 20 years ago.
Excellent.
Okay. So I will, I guess, relay to Seppo since he's the only one who can understand me.
Clearly, I thought in my head like, of course, that's exactly where the place is. I remember that.
So yeah, I'll say I just managed to hear some of the people at the outpost we were guarding mention it as it was a supply depot before they glassed the place.
I'll relay this information to the rest of the gang.
All right. I guess that's our direction.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess we have our location.
Yeah, that's our location. with that being my interaction complete, I guess I'll go back to my room to try to put this bullfrog jetpack back together.
Okay, sounds good.
Can I interaction?
Yeah, who do you want to interact with?
Interact with a no. I too want to understand his weird dancing moves.
I go, careful, Nar. This guy's an actual psychopath. And I leave. He's also kind of dumb. And I leave.
He turns around. Also,
Alright.
Everyone's being mean to me today.
Okay. So what? I'll give you the bonuses of your interaction. But what is the nature of your interaction?
I want to learn the Legolo language.
Okay. So the well, Anar, do you have a response to him?
oh.
Like, I know
I mean,
he can't strictly
Yeah.
understand you, but he's about to be able to.
I guess it doesn't bother me that more people can understand what I'm saying. I'd probably be more happy that I could finally relay some shit more reliably.
Okay,
Wow.
cool. So
But I'm just saying, sometimes the rolls fail.
Yeah, they don't know that. That's between
Yeah,
you and me. Okay.
okay, so I'll add this in between episodes, but Pliny, you now have the trait, the Worm Whisperer. You can
fine.
now understand you can now understand Hunter's speech, and you have the ability to craft upgrades to all team earpieces. So if a team member has an earpiece, you can craft an upgrade that will help them also understand this language.
Cool.
So now you two
Chips
can
doesn't need to learn.
you
Chips
two
doesn't
can
need to
understand
know.
each other. If you have questions for each other, it's still your interaction, and I of course encourage you guys to get the most out of it.
So Anar, where did you lose your bomb, brother?
Oh, like grumble and irritation of having to recall the memory. And then I grumble and irritation on why you want to know.
Oh, there's a part of my there's a literal that if I don't learn information, it starts gnawing at the back of my virtual. So, yeah, you know, if you don't tell me, I'm gonna go learn something else. That's basically how I live.
What a sad existence.
Not. There was so far 3 deaths in the beginning of my first month of life.
I'll tell you the name of my bond brother being Dakar Zolo Kada, and ask if perhaps that you had any information while you were in the system.
Let me run a history check. If I do.
Nat 20, baby.
Nat 20, let's go.
Yeah. So, what you can find out is that in the sort of ship manifest, or in the ship roster of ships that came in and out of Rosa Charlie, there was one report made by a ship mistress, Choctaw, and what she says, or what the report says. So they had just returned from a successful raid, but it's not the raid that this raid came chronologically before the raid that saw Anar's brother captured, but they were seemingly on a route, and that if with a little bit of sort of triangulation, you would be able to trace that route and get a location where Anar's brother may have been taken.
I do the R2D2 thing and check the star map, start triangulating.
Or at
'Cause
least
I want to do a visualization because it's cool.
okay. So you're showing Anar right now where you think his brother is.
Yes.
Okay. So Anar, what you see is an area of space, and this seems to be an area of space that you're not terribly familiar with, like Void Serpent space, but it seems clear that the ship mistress would probably be able to collaborate with the information that you two are sharing and get a precise location of where your brother might be.
I take a moment to sort of memorize the map, and then
Yeah, it's in Pliny's records. It will not be forgotten.
no, it's more of like it's like a personal thing
Okay, sure,
because I'm
sounds
just
good.
sad. But I thank Pliny for having some information to set me at ease.
It's great making friends.
I wouldn't go that far yet.
No, we're best friends.
And
Mouths, in space, we're best.
And you guys can continue your interaction if you want, but Pliny, I want you to declare your research now.
That's a good question. What did I research? I kind of want to research the tractor pulls.
The tractor pulls? Okay.
Yes. I want to be able to force push people into walls and kill them.
Okay. You will, the next time when we resume, you'll have the Worm Whisper and you will have tractor pulls.
Hype. Alright. Alright, see you later, new friend. I fly away. I also hum like 343, but it's off key.
No.
Terrible. Absolutely abysmal. Alright, who wants? Corey's done, Gomez is done. I guess it's you and me left, Nate. If you want to go, I'll go last.
Okay. I'm probably gonna research then.
Do it up, my homeboy.
Yeah. I don't have to go anywhere, do I? Or am I just declaring this?
You don't have to go anywhere. You can, if you... Yeah, that's fine. I'll just throw it in my notes.
Yeah, I'll do research for the curse shield.
The curse shield, okay. That's in there.
Pog.
Seppo, you're up.
So, if I'm understanding this right, I can research something and then craft something, and then that crafted item will be ready at the beginning of the next long rest?
That's right.
Okay, well then.
Yeah, like I'm working on crafting my bullfrog thing right now.
Okay. I can interact with somebody. I'm not exactly sure what it does.
Yeah, do I have to craft the curse shield as well, or is it just?
No, you're.
Okay.
It's a part of your shield.
Okay.
So, do you want? I should still be in the chat, or not in the chat, but in the
D&D chat, yeah, somewhere in there.
You should be able to see the hints about what your interactions do.
Yeah, I know. I saw those. I just don't know what I want to do. I'm assuming Dance Dance Revolution just gives me advantage on determining.
Yeah, so I was also thinking something.
I don't want to talk to Gomez, I'll be honest.
But the conversations aren't cringy at all. I don't understand.
I could talk to him, and then I could still research something, and then begin crafting something.
That's right. It forces you to be nice to him.
Actually, that's not
I guess
true.
I'm gonna go talk to Gomez.
To his defense, he doesn't. He just has to interact with me.
That's right.
He doesn't have to be nice to me.
I'm gonna go up to Gomez and kind of like be very upset that he's in fact in a monitor show.
Okay. Go ahead and tell him how you feel. We all want to hear it.
I'm gonna be honest here. Your desecration to the instruments of the gods is upsetting. Mostly because you're really not that smart.
Well, I don't know how to respond to that. So I'm
Yeah,
just
as
gonna
he,
go,
as he
Okay,
launches into a
feels
literal
bad.
runtime error trying to figure out what to say.
If it wasn't for if it wasn't for our particular circumstances, I would be honor bound to take you to the prophets. But considering the information we learned, we're fine for now, I guess.
well,
But I cannot guarantee your safety if we come across further Covenant forces
you
that
know,
actually
what?
have authority, unlike those filthy monkeys.
Well, since we're friends now, I think we'll make it through
Friends
this.
is a long stretch.
I know, but we're making that stretch together as friends. I'm already
But-
friends with the hunter.
We have, in fact,
Can agree
okay,
to
again, I look over to Anar, and I look like, I'm like, really?
I just nod no.
Okay, I'm like, sure.
Yeah, that's how they say yes in Worm.
But we have blood together, so you can trust me to have your back in a fight.
Oh, that's awesome.
Bleeding as you can get for
Just like friends.
a construct.
Also,
Yeah, as much as
coincidentally,
bleed at the milk juice that came out of you when you got shot.
uh,
But if you could try not to shoot our ship anymore, that'd be choice.
yeah, you know what? I'm gonna level with you. That was the first time I ever really shot a gun.
But,
It's been a week. It's been a crazy day. You know.
Crazy day. Yeah.
I once again give him the head nod, and I leave.
Okay.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
What's up?
what does that interaction do?
Yeah.
That-
So,
that's-
Or this one is monitor this.
yeah. So the next time you guys log in, you will each get the ability monitor this. It's a passive. For each, so listen, for each one of you that is in a vehicle, you each gain 10 additional temporary HP points, restoring every short rest.
Nice.
So as long as one of you is in a vehicle, you each get 10 temp HP, and if you're both in a vehicle, you have plus 20 to each of you.
Okay, let me. Does Gomez's monitor shall count as a vehicle?
It does.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll all just get plus 10 in temp HP.
Ooh.
Nice. Well, I guess that was worth it.
And then what do you research, Seppo?
I'm just gonna research the plasma rifle.
Okay,
Rank
so
one, the mastery.
Pliny helps you master the plasma rifle.
And then I guess I'll start crafting another plasma rifle with the glassblower tools.
Okay, perfect.
You just hear-
Is it a regular one or a BPR?
The BPR is obviously better, but
but also it's brute.
yeah. So I think I'm just gonna craft a normal one.
Okay.
Have a little bit of have one of each.
Okay.
Would the glass give chips PTS? It's just a little glassing beam hitting a material.
I mean, I'm down the hall.
Yeah,
you
he's
just hear
all the way up.
I know.
the
I'm
end of
making a bad joke.
you just hear thruster noises and little explosions. Like, oh fuck!
It's gonna be like a 3D printer or something. You're just calling it glass.
Yeah, like it's glass tools because that's what it's called in the.
In D&D.
Yeah.
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 All right, but I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
So.
I think that's everyone then. So, so just to run through everything to make sure I haven't missed anything. Chips gained +1 to his lowest stat. Is that right?
Yep.
And
to
he
from
is
intelligence.
in the process
no,
of
concentration.
crafting a jump pack.
Yep.
Gomez.
Not the bullfrog one, but a rudimentary
jump
one.
pad.
Yeah, no. So just full disclosure, the next time around, you'll have a jump pack, and it will be attached to your basic Lamilar, so you have the benefits of both. You don't have to switch between the two.
Thank God, I was hoping that was. I actually didn't
shit.
worry about that, but I was like, hopefully that makes
I'm
sense.
still wearing this fucking. I still have this stealth power armor. I don't know what to do with it.
You can research to attune with it. You already chose your research, and probably don't
Can
want to go
I-
back on it.
Can I store it in the ship?
Oh, you can. Yeah, if you don't want to carry it.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
Yeah, because
Um,
I guess our ship is that going to be considered the bag of holdings?
I mean, it'll be. I mean, for right now, it's our
Home base.
base of operations. So.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a thing we're gonna be riding to planet.
It's
or
a
at least
normal
that's-
thing, not a
At
magic
least from what I
thing.
can think.
Yeah, but
Gomez,
it's our version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gomez has the Worm Whisperer bonus, which means that he can understand what Anar says, and without a roll, and he can theoretically craft earpieces for everyone who has. Well, he can upgrade an earpiece for everyone who has an earpiece to also understand.
Of
Well,
course.
most of us
That's just me.
already know it, so I don't really see
Okay.
a
Well,
point.
I mean. whatever.
Well, if I wrote everything in there properly, Corey can also craft earpieces. Let me go look.
Yeah,
at
and
the
then there's some
earpiece.
research Corey can do for earpieces that would be beneficial.
Yes.
So it's just something to consider.
So
It's just
anyway,
like there's a lot of research I have to do.
yeah, no,
there's a lot of things to chip away.
I guarantee I have more.
Yeah, I get it. Chip's gonna have to chip away at it.
I have
Yeah,
like fucking
get
8
it? Haha.
research.
Like Corey's got research for the earpiece he can do, and then obviously he's jump pack and
yep,
other things, weapons and that. Kind
all
of
all the weapons in the game.
thing.
ODST armor.
Yeah. So
Um,
it's a we've all got things to work on, but that's just nice. It's just something to kick around.
And then Pliny has researched the tractor pulse. I'll just pull it up really quick so you guys all know what it does. So the tractor pulse at rank 1 allows the monitor shell to knock back a target or object it can see away from itself by 10 feet. This movement can trigger the reactions of other allies. So, for instance, if enemy is adjacent to the monitor uses tractor pulse and knocks it past one of you, you can use your melee reaction to hit that target.
Okay, melee reaction only. Got it.
Yes. Well, if it's marked for death, that would also work. So you could chain your reactions together.
Yeah.
Well, my question was like, let's say for instance, I have the visor pinged on one guy, and his movement gets him close enough to him. Would that be 2 reactions? One moving there, then shooting, and then tractor pulse, then anyone that
Well,
gives it
no,
a
you
No,
only
you only get one reaction per round of combat.
Okay, that was my question.
Yeah.
No, that's
It,
yeah. it's
it
part of
won't refill your reactions.
It won't stack it.
Yeah.
But for instance, if you marked a target and then he pushed it, we could all shoot at it.
Right.
Gotcha. Well, no, he said. Oh, okay. Yeah, because
like,
we're going
if
off
you
of my
mar- if
mark,
you marked,
not the.
Yeah, if you marked first and then he pushed it, then we would all be able to shoot at that marked target.
Yeah, gotcha.
And then it upgrades. We won't go into those upgrades right now, other than to say he will be able to move. It becomes a tractor beam, and he will be able to move things.
Nice.
Okay.
I want the ability to chieftain off a cliff.
Now, Anar has access to the care shield. Apparently, this Anar has no inventory, so I'll have to go look in here.
Oh, no.
I'm walking out here as naked as I can be for 100.
Let's see. It's going to
Don't
be
worry.
in here.
You saw Chip's little worm.
Yeah.
I've showed you my worms,
Uh,
We got intimate very quickly.
any attack that hits the hunter that does not break his AC regenerates 1 special ability point, capped at once per round.
Pretty
Hey,
good.
that's pretty cool.
Gets to use his fuel rod more often than not.
That's true. Yep. And obviously, if he didn't for some reason use his fuel rod in 1 round, he would still have all of those bonus actions for the next round.
Okay.
So it keeps going up as long as he doesn't use them, but even if he were using them, it refills them.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, and then I think we went into this already, but Pliny and Seppo will both have monitor this. Oh yeah, I haven't put it in the game yet. I got to give it to you guys. But yeah, as long as one of you is in a vehicle, both of your temporary HP will go up by 10, and if both of you are in a vehicle, it goes up by an additional 10.
Nice.
So that just applies to me and Plenty.
Yes, it's just for you and
Okay,
Plenty. It's
Okay.
the result of your interaction with each other.
Nice.
Because we're friends now.
It's a big stretch, but okay.
And then
So,
go ahead.
so a question for the curse shield. If I like go through combat, I gain an ability point, but don't use it. Does it like reset after combat, or?
I think it would be an unusual situation for you to end combat and have like
Yeah, like have like 4 rods.
have
stored.
4 stored up. But if that does happen, I'll give them to you. I think that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, you earn them.
Yeah, I guess in that case, I mean it's not showing in this one because I don't have the gun. But if you could increase the cap, I guess, for my fuel rod storage because it's only set to 2. I think it's set to proficiency points.
Yeah. I'll increase that. I'll probably make it 4 because I think that's as reasonably as high as it's gonna get.
That'll be fine, I think. What if Nature's gonna storm like a gremlin? And then, even then, I don't know why you would.
Yeah, I mean, it might be one of those things where like a bunch of buggers shoot at him, but it's capped at 1 per round.
Yeah, so it'll take a while.
It would be unusual for that to happen.
Are we at secession, by the way?
Yeah, this is pretty much just the housekeeping.
Yeah.
The only other thing, just going through my list, is to make sure I'm not missing anything. Seppo has researched plasma rifle mastery. So now if a plasma rifle is held in one hand, the user may re-roll on a 1, and all attacks when used with 2 hands come with advantage. So that's plasma rifle mastery.
Oh, so you only have 1 plasma rifle, you just always get advantage on it?
Yes,
I
he
thought
will.
was using lunge.
He will
Yeah,
always
using more.
he will always use it with
But,
advantage.
dog, I'm not crafting a second plasma rifle to use it one at a time. Alright?
And then and then Seppo's crafting another plasma rifle, and then he is storing the stealth power armor on the ship.
Yep, that sounds good to me.
That's the session, guys.
All right, folks.
Hulk.
Hey, the music's been playing consistently. That's nice.
Yeah, I think it's got some shit like it has to download over time. Or
Yeah,
something.
it's just I don't know. But that was good. Good session, everyone. Again, no one's dead permanently, and that's all we can really ask for.
Yeah.
I'm alright, well, I'm gonna hop off. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, peace out.
You're right.
Not even.
so much dexterity. Next weekend, I don't know if I'll be available. Let me see.
That's fine.
No, next Sunday I'll be fine. The Sunday after that, I will not.
Okay, that's all right. I
So
think
the 16th I'll be gone.
Gomez insinuated he had stuff going on as well, so we'll see what happens with that. I'll be from now on. This is good, something that you should know, Gunny, while you're still here. I'm going to be doing 1 map at a time instead of 2, or I started with 3, which was way too much.
A lot of it, really ambitious.
And so, I mean, I didn't know how long the sessions would be.
Yeah, it'll take some time, especially with all the, chatter and then so it'll be fine.
Yeah, so
We got a banshee too.
yeah, you guys got a banshee. That's not even in the breakdown. I should write that in there. Because that might even be like a big asset.
Well, I mean, if we're assaulting something, I have advantage in
That's true.
all that. I have proficient in air vehicles.
Corey's proficient in air vehicles.
Which is wild that he's proficient in alien craft.
I think I have proficiency in it too, but yeah, we'll figure out. We can do some shenanigans with it. Is what I'm saying.
No,
Yeah.
we have to figure out how to fix it.
It is quite fucked up. We will have to figure that out.
Actually, I don't think it's that fucked up. I don't think we shot it that much.
Let's.
We shot it a
Let's
couple
see.
times. Because of the,
It was drifting because
it's a little under half health, 47 out of 100.
Okay,
But
yeah.
it's also a long rest, and obviously the monitor shell would get all of its health back. I think that's
Yeah.
how it would work, And so we're going to assume that the Banshee is going to come in at full health next time as well.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so that'll be nice. That'll be fun to use.
And like you guys know exactly how tanky they are. They got 100 HP. It takes a spirit shooting at it with all of its guns to kill it.
Yeah, hitting a Banshee like 5 times.
So
a little metagaming. I'm curious, why was the spirit so slow?
No, you're saying because the fucking cannon 68 miles per hour again?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like we've seen Banshees run down like fly with Seraphs before. It's not like
I know, but what I'm saying is like if we're on an escape, we should be able. I was just curious, like why were the Banshees so fast?
I mean, they may have been out ahead of
fast.
you, or at least they're on patrol, and so you may have been
at least
flying
the
into
first
them.
two definitely were like,
Oh, are you talking about the second group? Oh yeah, I assume they were just in the area.
Well, no, he's talking about all the Banshees in general, because canonically their top speed is listed at 68
Yeah,
miles.
sure, but canonically the Skitter is size of Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's like if you want to play that card, canonically the spirit does not have a slip space drive. So
yeah.
So,
I was just curious. It was a more of a like, oh, this is weird. We should have been able to just get away real quick.
Yeah, you
I mean,
would have been able
we've
to get
seen
away
Banshees,
to
like-
the upper atmosphere and then float around in space.
Yeah, yeah, hang out. Like canonically we've seen Banshees run down Pelicans.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Rip to Faux Hammer.
Yeah, all the dudes in Reach.
Noble.
Never forget.
All
Both
the
those
Pelicans that have
Pelicans
been
on Halo
actively
3.
destroyed by Banshees.
Like fucking 12 in Halo 3 got shot down.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah,
So,
all over
yeah.
the place.
And it's
So-
it's a homebrew. Like we're basically gonna say it works
Say what
because
we
we
want.
say it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I obviously want to sort of honor Halo, but not be attached at
but
the
I
hip
mean,
to it.
Yeah, we're
Okay, it was more of a joke because
Yeah, that's
we
funny.
discovered that like the day before, Nate.
I think it was a little bit before that, but yeah.
It was pretty quickly. We discovered that, and Nate was really irritated.
Yeah, interesting.
Now I'm more irritated at the Skitter or shit.
yeah, it's huge.
I had originally sort of envisioned, I never try and think too much into these interactions, but I sort of had thought that like someone early into the match would capture a Banshee and then use it to destroy the point defense in sort of Star Wars style. And so that didn't come together.
Yeah, like we talked about it like last week. It's like, would you let us hijack a Banshee? And you're like, yeah. Like, what if I fall out of the ship?
Yeah.
That was exactly it. Like, if I do it with my jetpack, I have a better chance to get
yeah,
back.
you have a better
right.
chance of making back. But I'm like, what if I miss?
Yeah.
like leaving it up to the dice.
So the way that I was going to do it, and I guess I'll just let you guys know this for future interactions with ships, is if you fall off of the ship, you're not in free fall and you're not instantly killed. You're basically going to be on the edge of the ship, and then you'll be rolling for how long you can hang on, right?
Okay.
So
it's you slipped on the jump.
right.
Yeah, with the jump, I'm like, fuck.
It'd be like a helicopter scene from an action movie.
Yeah.
You'd be hanging on the end, and someone would have to come pull you up.
With the big Chris Hemsworth muscles, or Chris Evans
But
muscles
again,
when he's holding.
like you guys should be able to do some shenanigans, especially once you have your jump pack. If Pliny continues and he gets his tractor beam, he can move friendly or enemy units, and so like not only can Nate throw a jackal at somebody, he can throw the hunter at somebody theoretically. So
Yeah,
Really, you can lift 10,000 pounds with it.
so the way that it works is I actually have it in the game. I should be able to read it.
Assume Nate's average hunter's like 2,000.
No, 10 to 11,000 pounds.
Well, the way
That's
that
the
I
average
did
weight.
it is did I not put it in? I guess I.
I'm assuming that's in full plate armor.
Yeah, it'd have to be with the armor.
Oh, here it is. Anyway, so the way that it works is he has to, and I think he can still push you with tractor pulse as well, but he has to beat your AC, and so like Nate would be theoretically very hard to throw because of his AC is high.
Yeah, because it's at like 20 or whatever.
Yeah. So
It's at 17. I think.
Ooh, I'm at 17.
Your
I'll
AC's
lift
at
him up with the
17?
jetpack.
it's only because he doesn't have his shield on.
Oh, okay.
I'll lift him up.
The shield gives him 3, so he'd be at 20.
Yeah.
Just a bullfrog running up, pressing the jetpack and grabbing a hunter.
I mean, it's wild they weigh that much considering how dexterous they are
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the games. They just like literally just fucking run full speed running at you.
I guess it's kind of, they must just be like a giant squid, like where it's like a massive creature, but it's also very, very sort of agile.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
it is
honestly,
hard.
literally the entire thing's basically a muscle. So
Right.
Yeah.
It's with
And
giant
there's no
muscles.
joints in the muscle.
True.
Then like he has hard bones. So oh, I want to bend my arm backwards. Okay.
yeah, some songs you're not
Yeah,
like
the only
checking
thing
the
that's
armor
stopping
plates.
it,
It's
yeah,
just like,
is armor plates, whether or not they get in the way.
But how's it going? You guys having fun so far? I want
that's good.
reviews.
yeah, let's do another one tomorrow.
All right, hold on.
Why?
Hold on. I've got. I don't know. My other D&D group's trying to figure out what day we're meeting this week. Because we didn't meet last week because Claudia and Jesus couldn't make it.
I literally stopped here so I could craft maps based on your guys'
Yeah.
decision. So that's not happening.
Oh, so it sounds like you got 24 hours. Oh,
Uh,
Well, yeah, no, that was good. That was
good.
a good little combat. And
Gomez needs to play a little bit more to his role.
yeah, he kind of needs to like stop digging around so much. But
I mean,
you know, it is what it is.
he's a spaz. We all knew what we
Yeah.
were in for.
But I like the long rest mechanics. It makes it feel nice, getting upgrades and that kind of thing.
Yep.
yeah.
And
Fuel
we
rod
leveled up, dude.
vibe check.
Yeah, Nate got fucking obliterated. Absolutely stomped.
Twice.
It's
He's more
funny 'cause
biofoam than worms.
It's funny because all of Nate's rolls are always in extremes, right? It's like either he's either doing like 60 damage to something, or he's getting crit by a fuel rod cannon, or he's rolling nat ones.
Yeah,
It's,
it was brutal. Like even in that last nat 20 he got, the other one was a nat 1.
yeah. So that's
So it was
funny.
brutal. But this is cool.
Well, hunters do everything in extremes.
Yeah.
A lot of story beats getting set up. That's fun.
Yep. I think the only thing that I really wasn't ready for was didn't Plenty get like a nat 20 on his history check or something?
yeah,
Absolutely.
and-
my brother.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, does he know exactly where Anar's brother is?
Does he know where we need to go? Has he been hiding this from us?
But yeah, obviously
I'm gonna kill him.
yeah, obviously he couldn't possibly know, so he's got to do like some AI brain thing to
Yeah,
sort of piece it
shenanigans.
together. But yeah, I mean, I think I didn't do that as a part of the housekeeping, but like I think lore wise, like you guys know where to go for chips, and you
Yeah.
guys know where to go for Anar, and so. And
So we've got some stuff set up.
but you
So I
guys
figured-
are on your way to Biko now, right? That's what
Yeah.
the decision
Yeah,
was.
we're on Chip's path
We're-
because
We're-
just going straight for the Singili fleet was a little intimidating.
Listen, again, not
Yeah, if you're a
directly. I just want to get into contact, figure out what's going on. I'm very large concerned about a civil war brewing within the Covenant.
My suggestion would have been just find like an elite shipmaster we'd be able to trust and just go find him. Not
Yeah.
like, get in touch with the entire fucking
Listen,
Covenant
we don't
Navy.
need to, we don't need to get the entire Covenant. I just need to get in contact with some people.
Well, and in in a metagame sense, it's way more reasonable for you guys to like shack up in a spirit and be like, hey, Covenant guys, we're definitely not full of humans.
Yeah,
Humans,
we
yeah.
definitely don't have a bunch of humans on board.
Where it might be a little bit more challenging to show up at a
On
human
a UNSC
settlement
colony
and
with a spirit.
yeah, and literally have Chips the only one show up on the comm and be like, "This is definitely not a trap."
So we're not going to. Are we going to a UNSC
I mean,
colony?
we're going to it. We're going.
Yeah,
to
what do you
we're
mean?
going to
You said we were going to save your dudes. Well, that was the
Yeah, but that's not a UNSC colony.
It's a destroyed
It
one.
was, yeah.
collapsed.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Yeah,
said
and the
that
moons may or may
moons
not
were-
still be.
Yeah, may not have colonists. So I mean, it's still like leaning heavily into. There's
Yeah.
definitely people there.
There's humans there, but they're not UNSC. It's most likely
Oh,
innies.
I mean, they could be.
Either way, if a
UNSC,
spirit shows up, they're probably gonna shoot for his ass.
I mean, we were just in an innie complex with jackals.
Yeah,
That's
but
how we
they
got the
already.
spirit.
But it's their own like
Little
pirates thing.
yeah, like-
Yeah, it's
Yeah, they were both living there.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll figure it out. It'll be
Yeah.
fine. I'm
The
sure.
innies, if I'm correct, are they're their own government. They're trying to be their own government.
yeah, but
I mean,
it's
yeah,
like
they're-
they're still like cells. That doesn't mean they all talk to each other like that.
right. And the other thing that I'd like to point out is that like in the power dynamic between like the Jackals and the Independents were not on top, right? Like
Yeah.
like the Jackals discovered Rosa Charlie, and that became their port of call, right? And of course the Independents were trying to keep the facility secret. That would include from the Jackals, obviously. The Jackals didn't know it was in there. The only person who knew was Zaz, and Zaz is dead.
True. He got a giant black goo sphere sent
Yeah,
through his body.
that's true.
He was a prick, anyways.
So
Oh wait, I have to end the event. There we go.
I guess we'll figure this out later. We're gonna ask a
Wait,
question, but I think that's a DM question.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
it's up
figure
to
it
him.
out.
If it's
Well, no.
an in-game question, you probably want to have it answered with everyone here. But if it's superficial, I got no problem answering it now. We've got 3/4 of the
It's
people
not
here.
superficial. So, from the D&D podcast I listen to, whoever is DMing will always have their character within there. So, like, they're DMing everything else, but then they'll have their own character with the party.
I've seen that sometimes, but it's not like
I've actually never seen that. That's crazy.
yeah, I've heard
so-
of it. I've listened to one where like the party got a NPC character, like
Mhm.
through into like there's a thing called a deck of many cards,
Sure.
and one of the cards you can pull is you get a level 4 fighter companion that comes with you.
Okay.
And so like I've seen people like when they do that, they like write the level 4 like they write them into the story, so that's just like and then there's this guy.
Sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen
So,
stuff
the
like that
D-
happen, but
the
I've
DM
never.
will actually play them and they'll come along with the party and that kind of thing. So, but I wouldn't say it's the DM's character. It's just like a character that comes along with the party, and the DM has to play him because everybody else has their own character.
Yeah,
It was just more of a curiosity if that's gonna happen, because,
I mean, you got the ship mistress. She's pretty cool.
yeah, I mean that might be your character, but it was more of like I'm curious if he's gonna bring in a character of his own at some point.
I mean, they're all my characters, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
So
Like I made the ship mistress. I made Margie Core, right? I even made Zaz. And you know what happened to Zaz happened to Zaz. But like, if you watch the idle screen from the very first episode, I actually used Zaz model to talk out of. So when people were learning when viewers would theoretically learn everyone's voice, I was talking out of Zaz's picture. And anyway, I'll probably, for any NPC that you're interacting outside of the 4 of you, I'll probably just be like, that's the person that I talk out of. So
Gotcha.
So yeah, if we pick up some companions like Nate's bomb brother or something like that, we'll figure it out as we go.
Like group of ODSTs.
Yeah, or a group of ODSTs, and then that sounds like one trader, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see who that is.
And
All
like,
right, boys.
You said you're missing not next week, the week after, Ghost?
Yeah, the 16th I'll be gone.
Okay. What about the 23rd? Because I think you said you were going to miss 2.
Not the
Or did-
23rd, but the 30th, I believe I'll be gone.
Oh, okay.
We'll see. I'm supposed to be in Salt Lake, so who knows?